There is a power within you that has been waiting, watching, knowing the perfect moment to reveal itself. You have walked through trials, through moments of doubt, through the silence where it seemed as if nothing was happening, but what you do not see is that everything has been moving in divine order. You are on the edge of something magnificent, something beyond your imagination, and all that is required of you is to believe. Life is not random. The events that unfold before you are not accidents. Every moment, every situation, every delay has been preparing you. What you once called obstacles were never there to stop you. They were there to shape you. The waiting has not been in vain. The stillness was not emptiness. It was in those moments that the foundation was being laid for the miracle that is about to unfold. You must now walk in certainty, not with a heart that pleads, but with a heart that knows. You are not hoping for a miracle, you are stepping into it. Your faith is not in what the eyes see, but in what the soul knows. If you can hold the vision, if you can feel the joy before it arrives, if you can live in the assurance that it is already done, then life must rearrange itself to reflect this truth. Everything that seemed impossible, every door that appeared closed, every setback that made you question your path, it was all leading to this moment. The time has come for divine intervention, for the unfolding of that which was always yours. The forces of the universe are aligning, moving, shifting, because you have aligned within. The power was never outside of you. It has always been waiting for you to recognize it, to claim it, to trust it. Your only task now is to prepare your heart, not with worry, not with doubt, but with gratitude. Speak as if it is already yours. Walk as if you are already living in the blessing. Love as if you are already whole. Do not wait for proof. Become the proof. The greatest miracles do not come to those who question. They come to those who expect, who receive, who know that God is about to do something extraordinary. Everything has been set in motion. Nothing can stop what is meant for you. The moment you surrender fear and embrace certainty, you step into the realm where the impossible becomes reality. It is done. It is yours. Now watch as the miracle unfolds. There is a shift happening in the unseen. It is moving in ways that your physical eyes cannot yet perceive, but your spirit knows. It is a knowing so deep, so undeniable, that even when circumstances seem unchanged, you can feel it in the air. You can sense the arrival of something miraculous. It is not a wish, not a vague hope, but a divine certainty. You have prayed, you have believed, and now the answer is making its way to you, not in fragments, not in small portions, but in abundance. You are standing at the threshold of something extraordinary. All the waiting, all the longing, all the times you whispered in the silence, wondering if God had forgotten you, were never ignored. Every word was heard, every tear was seen, every desire planted in your heart was known before you even spoke it. And now the manifestation is near. There are forces beyond your comprehension moving on your behalf. You are being positioned, aligned, placed exactly where you need to be. You are not being left behind. You are being prepared for something that exceeds your greatest expectations. Do not look at the past to define what is possible. Do not measure the future by the limitations of what has already been. What is coming to you is not something you have seen before. It is not the repetition of what you have already experienced. It is new. It is divine. It is greater than anything you could have imagined. The mind will try to understand it, but this is beyond understanding. This is a season where faith must take the lead, where trust must go before sight, where you must act as if you have already received, because in truth you have. Everything is energy, everything is vibration, and what you align with, you attract. Your belief is the key. You cannot wish for a miracle while holding on to fear. You cannot expect abundance while speaking in lack. You cannot step into the new while clinging to the old. This is the moment to release, to surrender all doubt, to rid yourself of every thought that says you are not worthy, not ready, not capable. Those were lies, illusions, that kept you bound to a reality that no longer serves you. But now you are stepping into something higher, something destined. The chains are falling off. The past is losing its grip. The door that was once locked is opening wide, not because you forced it, but because you aligned yourself with the truth that it was always meant to open for you. There are people being moved into your path, opportunities rearranging themselves to meet you at the perfect time. Everything is converging into this moment. The doubts that tried to shake you will no longer have power. The delays that once frustrated you will now reveal their purpose. What seemed like rejection was actually divine redirection. What you thought was loss was actually preparation for something greater. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are at the center of something magnificent, and the forces of heaven are working to bring it to pass. Your only task now is to receive, to stand in a state of gratitude, to move as though the promise is already fulfilled, to speak words of faith and expectation. If you knew without a doubt that the miracle was coming tomorrow, how would you feel today? If you knew that everything you prayed for was already done, how would you carry yourself? That is the posture you must hold. Not desperation, not worry, but certainty. When you walk in faith, heaven moves. When you stand in confidence, the universe bends to accommodate your belief. You were never meant to struggle for blessings. You were never meant to chase after what is already yours. The moment you shift your awareness, the moment you step into the knowing, life must respond. You do not need to convince God to bless you. The blessings have already been assigned to you. You do not need to beg for what is already yours. You need only to recognize it, to accept it, to make room for it. That is the secret. You must make space in your mind, in your heart, in your life. If you are still holding onto the old, there is no room for the new. If you are still replaying past disappointments, you are not in position to receive what is ahead. Release it. Release the need to understand everything. Release the habit of overthinking. Release the timeline you created in your mind. Divine timing is perfect, and it does not conform to human logic. It moves in ways that are beyond comprehension, but always with precision, always at the exact moment when you are ready to receive. You may not feel ready, but God knows when you are. You may think you need more time, more preparation, more signs, but that is the illusion of the mind. The moment you accept that it is done, it is done. The only thing that has ever been between you and the miracle is the belief that it was separate from you. The truth is, it was never apart from you. It has always been within you, waiting for you to see it, to claim it, to know that it was yours all along. There will be moments when the world will try to distract you. The physical realm will still show signs of the old, the remnants of what once was. But do not be deceived by appearances. Reality is shifting beneath the surface. Just because you do not see it yet does not mean it is not happening. Just because the evidence has not appeared does not mean the miracle is not already in motion. This is where trust must become your foundation. You must believe in the unseen more than you believe in what your eyes show you. Nothing can stop what has been set in motion. No force, no obstacle, no delay can prevent what has been divinely ordained for you. The miracle is already unfolding. The blessing is already here. It is not far away, it is not distant, it is here, now, in this moment. You are stepping into it with every breath, with every thought, with every declaration of faith. Speak as if it is done. Walk as if you already hold it in your hands. Rejoice as if the doors have already opened. That is how you bring it forth. The only thing that could ever delay it is doubt. But even doubt has no real power. It is merely a shadow, an illusion that disappears the moment you shine the light of faith upon it. You have come too far to turn back now. You have seen too much, experienced too much to question whether miracles are real. They are, and they are happening for you. Not just for others, not just in distant places, but for you, here, now, in this very moment. Do not let your mind tell you that you are not ready. Do not let fear whisper lies that say you are unworthy. The blessing has already been assigned to you. It is your name on it. It has been written into the fabric of your destiny. It is not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. And the when is now. Something is shifting, something is breaking through. The waiting is over, the miracle is here. You have stepped into a new reality, one where all things are possible, one where faith moves mountains, one where the impossible becomes inevitable. Nothing can stop what has been set in motion. It is already done, it is already yours. Now, simply watch as it appears before your eyes. You are standing at the threshold of something divine, something beyond human comprehension. Every delay, every struggle, every unanswered prayer was not a denial. It was a preparation. It was life aligning itself perfectly so that when the blessing arrived, you would be ready to receive it fully. You have not been forgotten. You have not been overlooked. Everything has been moving in the unseen, working together in perfect harmony to bring forth the very thing your heart has been calling for. And now it is here. The shift is happening. The breakthrough is near. The miracle has already been set in motion. It is no longer time to wonder if it will happen. It is time to know that it is already happening. You are not separate from the blessing, you are one with it. The only thing that has ever stood between you and its manifestation was the illusion that you had to struggle to receive it. That illusion is fading now. The old beliefs that told you that you were unworthy, that you had to earn the favor of God, that you had to wait endlessly without evidence, those beliefs are dissolving into nothingness. The truth has always been simple. The moment you believe it is done, it is done. The moment you decide to receive, it appears before you. Look around you, not with physical eyes, but with the eyes of your spirit. What do you see? Do you see lack, struggle, delay? Or do you see the unseen forces aligning in your favor? Do you see divine hands moving behind the scenes, orchestrating a perfect symphony where every note plays at the right time? What you see inwardly is what will manifest outwardly. You must see yourself already walking in the blessing. You must feel the joy of it before it arrives. You must embody the victory before it is revealed. That is the key, that is the secret. Everything that once held you back is crumbling. The doubts, the fears, the false narratives that said you could never rise beyond your past, they are losing their grip. You are being lifted into a new dimension of faith, one where miracles are not rare occurrences but a way of life, one where the extraordinary becomes ordinary, one where you no longer hope for blessings but expect them as a natural result of your belief. You are shifting, evolving, stepping into your divine inheritance. There is no more room for hesitation, no more room for second guessing. You've spent enough time waiting, questioning, wondering. Now is the time to claim it. Now is the time to walk as if you already hold it in your hands. No force in existence can withhold what is rightfully yours. It has already been written, it has already been prepared. All that remains is for you to step into alignment with it. There is nothing standing in your way. The obstacles you once perceived were never real. They were reflections of your past beliefs, illusions designed to test your faith, to strengthen your knowing. But now the illusion is gone. Now you see clearly. Now you understand that the moment you choose to receive, life has no choice but to respond. Take a deep breath and feel the shift. Feel the energy of the miraculous surrounding you. It is here, it is happening now. You are stepping into a new reality, one where blessings flow effortlessly, one where divine timing unfolds with precision, one where what once seemed impossible is now inevitable. The miracle has already arrived. The only thing left to do is embrace it. It is done, it is yours. Now watch as it unfolds before your eyes. Everything in your life is shifting right now, even if you cannot yet see it with your physical eyes. The unseen is more real than the seen. The foundation of your miracle was never in the hands of the world. It was always in your belief, your willingness to trust, your ability to let go of doubt and step into the certainty that what you have asked for is already moving toward you. There has never been a moment when you were separated from the promise. There has never been a time when God was not working on your behalf. Every moment of waiting was not wasted. It was a divine orchestration, ensuring that the right doors would open at the right time. Feel this truth in your spirit. Let it settle deep within you. There is nothing missing. There is nothing lacking. The miracle is already formed, already completed in the invisible. Now it is unfolding. Now it is coming into form. Now it is appearing right before your eyes. This is not a dream. This is not a distant possibility. It is real. It is happening. And nothing can stop it from manifesting in your life. Everything that once seemed impossible is bending, shifting, aligning to make way for the promise. The people, the resources, the opportunities, the unexpected breakthroughs, they are all being positioned perfectly. The pieces are falling into place in ways you could never have orchestrated on your own. That is why you were told to trust. That is why you were told to surrender. Not because you were being denied, but because you were being prepared for something greater than what you even imagined. Look within yourself now. Do you feel the shift? Do you feel the heaviness lifting? Do you feel the weight of doubt and fear dissolving? That is because you are stepping into a new dimension, one where miracles are not just possible, but inevitable. One where you no longer hope for blessings, you expect them. One where you no longer question if you are worthy, you know you are. Everything that once made you feel small is fading away. Everything that once made you feel separate from your dreams is losing its power over you. The old version of you that struggled, that doubted, that questioned whether God had forgotten you, that version no longer exists. You are standing in the fullness of your faith now. You are walking in the knowing that you are divinely supported, divinely guided, divinely favored. And because you know this, Everything in your life is beginning to reflect it. The shift is not coming, it is here. The breakthrough is not on its way, it has arrived. The moment you accepted it, it became real. This is the moment everything changes. This is the moment you step out of waiting and into receiving. The delay was never a denial, it was a divine setup. What is about to unfold will leave no room for doubt. What is about to manifest will be so undeniable that even those who once questioned your faith will have no choice but to see the hand of God upon your life. The doors that were once closed will swing open effortlessly. The situations that seemed impossible will resolve in your favor. The opportunities you thought had passed you by will return with greater blessings attached. Everything is working together for your good. Even the things that seemed unfair, the things that broke you, the things that made you question whether you would ever rise again, they were all necessary. They were all part of the preparation. Without them, you would not be standing here ready to receive what is coming. The pain was not wasted. The struggles were not pointless. They were refining you, strengthening you, molding you into the person who could carry the blessing that is about to be poured into your life. Now, there is nothing left to do but receive. There is nothing left to do but stand firm in your faith and know that it is already done. The path has been cleared, the way has been made, the miracle is not coming, it is here. And now the only thing left to do is to give thanks, to stand in awe of what has already been prepared for you, to watch as the divine plan unfolds in ways that exceed your greatest expectation. You are ready. It is time. The promise is fulfilled. You have been chosen for this moment, this divine moment when everything is aligning perfectly for your life's next great chapter. Every part of your journey, every setback, every challenge has been part of a bigger plan. You were never alone in this process, even when it seemed like the world was silent. Every prayer, every whisper of faith, every tear you shed, all of it was being heard and seen. The universe, the divine God himself has been moving in ways you could not even imagine, preparing things behind the scenes. Your faith has already created the path for the miracle you are about to experience. You may have spent years wondering why things were taking so long. You may have questioned your own worth, your own ability to receive what you've been asking for, but you were never wrong in your faith. You were never wrong in holding on to the belief that something greater was meant for you. All that waiting, all that trusting was not in vain. It was your preparation. It was the time needed for your spirit to expand, for your belief to deepen, for your heart to align with what's about to manifest. This moment is so much bigger than you. It's not just about your personal blessings. It's about the testimony you are about to have. What God is about to do for you is not just for you. It's to show the world what faith in the unseen can bring. It's to show the world that when you align with your higher purpose, when you trust the divine process, miracles happen. You will be the walking evidence that the impossible can become possible. You will be the living proof that no matter what the circumstances may look like, God's plan always prevails. All of the doubt, all of the disbelief, all of the negative experiences you've encountered were simply preparation. They were the final test before the breakthrough. The devil wants to shake your faith, to make you doubt the promise, to convince you that you've been forgotten. But the truth is this: God's promises are never empty. They are never false. When He speaks, it is done. And now you are standing in the moment where what He spoke over you is about to come to pass in a way that will blow your mind. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to feel the truth of this. The miracle has been set in motion and it's already on its way. You don't have to work for it. You don't have to struggle for it. You simply have to accept it. You simply have to open your heart to receive the abundance that's being poured into your life. The blessings you've been asking for are not far off. They are not distant, they are right here in this moment, ready to be revealed. The shift in your life is already happening. Your circumstances, your finances, your relationships, your health, they are all about to transform. Things that once seemed impossible are about to come into your reality. You will look back on this moment and see how perfectly everything aligned. You will see how every challenge, every disappointment, every delay was part of the preparation to bring you to this point. And when the miracle comes, you will not be surprised. You will be in awe, but you will also understand that it was always meant to be. You've carried this promise in your heart for so long, and now it's about to manifest. The time for your breakthrough has arrived. Your faith has opened the door, and now you are walking into the fullness of what you've been praying for. You are stepping into a new season where miracles flow freely, where blessings come without effort, and where the impossible becomes your new reality. This is your moment to shine. This is your time to step into the fullness of your potential. This is the time when everything you've been praying for will manifest in ways you could never have imagined. Your faith is the key that has unlocked the door to your miracle, and now you will experience a life of abundance like never before. You are ready for it. You are more than capable of handling it. And it will not just change your life, it will change the lives of those around you. Don't doubt it. Don't second guess it. The miracle is not coming tomorrow, it is already here. You are already walking in the manifestation of your desires. The universe is aligning with your faith, and everything you've hoped for is coming into form. The love, the money, the success, the peace, the joy. You are stepping into it all right now. The doors are opening, the opportunities are flooding in, and the favor of God is upon you. The time for your breakthrough is now. You are ready for it. You are ready to receive it. Understand that the process of waiting wasn't about punishment, it was about preparation. It was about getting you to the point where you could receive what was already yours. Now you are ready to take hold of your miracle and watch it unfold in the most magnificent way. What was once far off is now right in front of you. What was once out of reach is now within your grasp. As you stand in this moment, embrace it. Let go of the fear, let go of the doubt, let go of the disbelief. Trust that what God has prepared for you is bigger, better, and more beautiful than you ever imagined. And when the miracle manifests, don't be surprised. Be grateful, be thankful, but know in your heart that this was always meant to be. Your faith has brought you here, and now the time has come for you to receive everything you've asked for. Remember, there is no delay in the divine plan. It has been unfolding exactly as it should. It is not just a coincidence that you are hearing this now. It is a confirmation that your miracle is near. It is a sign that the door is about to open and everything you've prayed for is coming your way. You are not waiting for a miracle. You are living in it. You are walking in it. You are the miracle. Believe it. Receive it. It's already done. The shift has already happened. The miracle is already in motion. Now all you need to do is step into it. You are entering a season where the things you prayed for are no longer distant hopes, but tangible manifestations that are taking shape right before your very eyes. It may feel like it's been a long journey, and it's true. Many of you have felt the weight of time and the struggles of waiting. But understand this, the time was necessary. It was a time to refine your faith, to deepen your understanding, and to prepare you for the blessing that was always meant for you. You see, the delay was never a denial. God never said no to you. What you have been waiting for has been in process. Every moment of waiting was preparing you to receive what you had asked for. But more importantly, it was preparing you to receive it in the right way, at the right time, and in the perfect form. The path that was carved for your miracle had to be just right, so that you would not only be ready to receive it, but you would also be able to carry it and appreciate it fully when it came. And now you are at the threshold of your breakthrough. You may not be able to see it yet with your physical eyes, but in your spirit you can feel it. You can feel the excitement, the anticipation, and the assurance that something is on its way. And it's not just any ordinary blessing, it's a life-changing miracle. What God has in store for you is beyond what you can comprehend, beyond your wildest dreams. It is something so extraordinary that when it comes, it will change the entire trajectory of your life. You may have once doubted that your dreams were even possible. You may have wondered if you were worthy of such blessings. You may have been told by others that it was too late, or that you were asking for too much. But the truth is, God's plans for you were never limited by time or space. They were never dependent on what the world said was possible. What God has prepared for you is not subject to human limitation. When He says it's your time, it's your time. And now, it's your time. You are about to step into a season of unimaginable blessings. A season where the impossible becomes not only possible, but your new reality. Look around you. Even if your current circumstances still seem a little cloudy, know that things are already shifting in the unseen. The moment you align your faith with the understanding that your miracle is on its way, the universe starts to move. Things begin to work together for your good, and everything you've been hoping for starts to fall into place in ways that are far beyond your comprehension. The doors you thought were shut forever will suddenly swing wide open. The opportunities you once thought had passed you by will come back in even greater measure. Do not be afraid of what is about to unfold. It is natural to feel some level of nervousness or doubt, especially when things begin to change. But remember, change is the sign that God is working. The shift is a sign that the miracle is being birthed. You are in the midst of a divine transformation, and everything that was once impossible is becoming possible. You've worked hard for this, you've prayed for this, and now it's time for you to step into the fullness of what's already been made available to you. One of the greatest things you can do right now is to remain in a posture of gratitude. Gratitude is the key that unlocks the door to even more blessings. Gratitude is the currency of the divine. When you express gratitude for what you have, for what is coming, and for the journey that has brought you to this moment, you open up the floodgates of heaven. Everything that you have believed for and worked toward is about to manifest, and the more grateful you are, the faster it will come. Remember, your miracle is not just about what you see with your natural eyes. It is about what you believe in your heart. When you begin to live as if what you have asked for is already yours, when you walk in the confidence of knowing that the blessing is already on its way, you activate the divine law of attraction. You begin to draw those blessings closer. You begin to move in alignment with the universe, with God's divine timing, and you start to see things unfold at a pace that will amaze you. The truth is that your miracle is already completed in the spiritual realm. What you are about to experience is simply the manifestation of something that already exists in the unseen. The plans, the promises, the blessings. They are already prepared. It is your faith that will bring them into your physical world. Your ability to believe in the unseen, to trust that what you have asked for is already done, is what makes the miracle possible. Let go of the need to control how it will happen. Let go of the need to figure it all out. Your miracle is not limited by your understanding. You do not need to know how it's going to happen, or when it's going to happen, or who will be involved. You only need to trust that it is happening. You only need to believe that God is working behind the scenes, orchestrating everything in perfect timing. The miracle you've been waiting for is already in motion, and now it is about to manifest in the most beautiful, unexpected ways. Look at your life from a place of knowing that everything is working together for your good. Your thoughts, your words, your actions, they are all aligning with the divine flow. You have planted seeds of faith, and now those seeds are sprouting and growing, producing a harvest that will blow your mind. The opportunities that once seemed out of reach are now coming into your grasp. The relationships that you thought were lost are being restored. The financial breakthrough you've been hoping for is closer than you think. It's time to stop doubting your worthiness. It's time to stop questioning whether you deserve the blessings that are on their way to you. God has already said yes. His promises are sure and His word is never void. You are worthy. You are enough. You are ready to receive everything that God has prepared for you. This is the moment when everything changes, when everything you've been praying for begins to appear. You've been faithful. You've trusted. You've held on through the storms, through the waiting periods, through the doubts. Now your faith is about to be rewarded in ways that you cannot yet imagine. The miracle is here, and all you need to do is step into it. Don't allow fear to rob you of what's already yours. Don't allow the past to dictate your future. You are in a new season now. This is the season where your dreams come alive, where your prayers are answered, and where you witness the miraculous unfold in your life. As you stand at the threshold of your breakthrough, take a moment to acknowledge the journey that has brought you here. Every challenge, every triumph, every tear, every victory, it all led to this moment. You are stronger than you know. You are more capable than you realize. And you are more than worthy of the miracle that is unfolding in your life right now. God is about to surprise you. The miracle you've been waiting for is not coming tomorrow. It's already here. It's already in motion. It's already yours. Now, all you need to do is believe, receive, and walk into the new season that is unfolding before you. Your miracle is unfolding, and with every passing moment, you are drawing closer to the manifestation of your deepest desires. But understand that what is coming into your life isn't just a result of your own efforts or a simple stroke of luck. It is the divine work of a higher power. God, who is orchestrating every detail, aligning every circumstance, and preparing you for a future that is beyond anything you've ever imagined. This is not just any miracle. This is a life-changing event that will transform every aspect of your life. The world may have told you that you're too late or that the opportunity you've been waiting for is already taken, but God doesn't operate by the world's standards. He doesn't work in limitations, and His timing is always perfect. What's meant for you will never pass you by. The dreams you've nurtured, the visions you've seen, the desires you've whispered to Him in prayer, they are all part of His divine plan for your life, and He is bringing them to fruition. In this moment, you may be standing on the edge of something truly monumental. But there's one thing you need to understand about God's miracles. They rarely come in the form you expect. They don't always follow the pattern you created in your mind, and they often arrive in ways that are beyond your understanding. And this is precisely why they are miracles. If you could predict them, if you could control them, they wouldn't be miraculous at all. So let go of the need to figure it out. Release any attachment to how you think it should happen. Trust that the universe, in alignment with God's will, is creating a path just for you. A path that will surprise you, delight you, and exceed your expectations. Now, imagine that what you've been waiting for is already in motion. Can you feel the energy shifting? Can you feel the alignment coming together? The moment you begin to truly believe that what you desire is already on its way, the universe starts to respond. Your energy begins to match the frequency of what you've asked for, and it's only a matter of time before it manifests. This is the law of attraction at work, but it is also the law of faith. The belief that what you cannot see is just as real, just as tangible as what is right in front of you. The miracles happen when you release control and allow yourself to trust in the divine timing of God. But trust doesn't mean sitting back and doing nothing. It means aligning yourself with the possibility, with the belief that anything is possible. Trust means walking in the confidence that everything you've asked for is on its way. Trust means taking inspired action, showing up every day with the faith that your breakthrough is coming. Think about the times in your life when you have felt the presence of God so strongly that it seemed like nothing could stop you. Those moments are not accidents. They are glimpses of the divine power that is constantly at work in your life. Those moments are a preview of what is to come. God is showing you that when you step into alignment with His purpose for your life, when you trust Him fully, miracles will follow. God is about to surprise you in ways you can't yet imagine. The things you've been praying for, the desires you've held close to your heart are already being prepared for you. You may have been waiting for this for what feels like forever, but remember, God's timing is always perfect. He knows exactly when to bring the right people into your life, when to open the right doors, and when to bring the breakthrough you've been longing for. It will not be a moment too soon, nor a moment too late. It will be precisely when you need it most. At times the waiting may feel unbearable. You may question if you will ever see the answer to your prayers. You may wonder if God has forgotten about you, or if He's just waiting for the right moment. But the truth is, God has never forgotten you. He has never left you. The waiting is part of the process. The delay is not a denial, it is the preparation of your miracle. It's as if you've been in a holding pattern, but now the time has come. The doors that seemed closed are opening, and the blessings that once seemed impossible are about to flood into your life. When your miracle comes, it will come in a way that only God could have arranged. It will come with a timing that is so perfect, you will stand in awe of how everything has come together. It will come with a grace that fills your heart with gratitude. And when it arrives, you won't just feel joy, you will feel peace. You will know in that moment that everything has aligned for your highest good. You will feel the love of God pouring into your life in ways you've never experienced before. You will feel as though every moment of your life has led you to this point, and the universe itself has conspired to bring you exactly what you need. The best part of all is that your miracle isn't just for you. When God works in your life, He doesn't just bless you for your own benefit. His blessings are always designed to impact others. Your breakthrough will not only transform your life, but will also open doors for others. Your success, your happiness, your peace will be a beacon of light for those around you. You will be able to show others what is possible when you trust in God's plan. Your miracle will serve as a testament to God's goodness, to His grace, and to His power to transform lives. As you step into this new season, take a moment to reflect on the journey that has brought you to this point. The prayers, the faith, the perseverance. It has all led you to this moment of divine alignment. Know that you are not where you are by accident. Every step you've taken has been guided, even in moments when it felt like you were walking in darkness. God has been with you every step of the way, preparing you for this miracle. And as you prepare to receive your miracle, remember that your job is simply to believe. Believe that what you have asked for is already on its way. Believe that it is already done in the spiritual realm and that it is now just a matter of time before it arrives in the physical. When you believe, you align your energy with the manifestation of your desires. When you believe, you send a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. And when you believe, you unlock the door to a world of possibilities. So let go of the doubt, let go of the fear, let go of the skepticism. Trust that God is bringing you exactly what you need and more. Trust that your miracle is not just coming, but it is already here, already in motion, already on its way to you. The divine work has already begun. All that is left for you to do is to receive, to embrace, and to step into the miracle that awaits you. In this season, you will witness what others might call the impossible. You will see the breakthrough that seemed out of reach. You will experience the healing, the success, the love, and the peace that you longed for. And when it comes, you will know that it was never a coincidence, never a stroke of luck. It was the hand of God, working behind the scenes, orchestrating your miracle from the very beginning. This is your time, the time for your life-changing miracle. Believe it, trust it, receive it. It is already yours. As we stand on the precipice of this divine breakthrough, remember that your miracle is not a distant dream, but a reality that is unfolding before your very eyes. Trust in the process, knowing that every step has been guided, every moment has been planned, and every detail has been perfectly arranged by the hand of God. Your time has come. The doors that were once closed are now open, and the blessings that seemed far away are rushing toward you. This is the moment to let go of doubt, to release fear, and to fully embrace the miraculous power that is at work in your life. What you have asked for, what you have longed for, is already on its way. And when it arrives, it will be greater than anything you could have imagined. So, hold on to faith, walk in confidence, and be prepared for the surprises that God has in store for you. You are about to witness the impossible become possible. And the life-changing miracles you've been waiting for will manifest in ways that will fill your heart with gratitude and awe. Know that you are never alone in this journey. God's presence is with you, His favor is upon you, and His blessings are already on their way. Embrace this season of miracles and trust that everything you've been waiting for is now within reach. The best is yet to come, and it is already unfolding before you. Step into it with open arms and an open heart, for the life-changing transformation you've been praying for is already on its way to you. You may feel as though the circumstances you find yourself in are random, that the struggles you face are a result of chance. But let me remind you today, this is no coincidence. Everything you are going through has purpose. Everything you are experiencing is guiding you. It's all part of the divine plan. God is guiding you every step of the way. The road may feel uncertain, the path unclear, but know this: there is no such thing as chance in the universe. Every moment, every event, every person that crosses your path is leading you closer to your breakthrough. It may not feel like it now, but trust that the divine hand is at work, shaping your life even when you cannot see the full picture. You may question the delays you're facing, wondering why things aren't moving faster. But God's delays are not denials. They are part of the divine timing, the process of preparing you for what's coming. Understand that you are being prepared for the life you've been asking for. The breakthrough you've longed for is already on its way. It's just waiting for the right moment to unfold. The obstacles you face are not barriers. They are the refining process that will make your success even sweeter when it arrives. The key is to trust in the timing of the universe. Even when things seem stuck or delayed, know that this is not a sign of failure. It is merely the universe aligning things behind the scenes for your greatest good. It's a subtle whisper that you must be patient and faithful, for your breakthrough is nearer than you realize. Your mind holds the power to shift your reality. What you believe will shape the life you experience. Know that your desires are already on their way to you. Do not doubt, do not question. The breakthrough that you have been waiting for is coming. It's already in motion. It is coming in divine timing, and when it arrives, it will be everything you imagined and more. The delays were necessary for your transformation, for the growth of your soul. Keep believing, keep trusting, know that God's timing is perfect, and the breakthrough you seek is inevitable. This is no coincidence. God is guiding you every step of the way, and the best is yet to come. You are not here by accident. Your journey, your experiences, and even your struggles are all part of a larger divine plan that has been set in motion long before you were even aware of it. The universe, guided by a higher power, orchestrates the moments of your life, weaving them together with purpose. There are no coincidences. Every encounter, every circumstance, and every challenge you face has been carefully placed along your path for a reason. And though you may not fully comprehend it yet, everything is unfolding exactly as it is meant to. The world around you may seem chaotic, and at times it may feel as though you are navigating through a maze with no clear direction. But know this, you are never lost. You are being led. The divine presence, which resides within you and around you, is guiding you, even in moments when it feels like you are standing still. There are times when the road ahead may feel dark and uncertain, but in those very moments, it is important to remember that you are being watched over, and that every step you take is moving you toward your greater purpose. You may have faced setbacks that seemed discouraging, moments when you thought your progress had come to a halt. You may have questioned why things are not happening as quickly as you expected, or why your dreams seem to be taking longer to manifest. But it is in those delays, those moments of pause, that God is working in your life. You must trust that God's delays are not denials. The world often judges success by how quickly things happen, but the divine knows that your breakthrough requires preparation. The person you are becoming, the strength you are gaining, the wisdom you are acquiring, these are all necessary for the next chapter of your life. The delays are not punishments or signs of failure, but rather the refining process that is molding you into the person you need to be to fully embrace the blessings that are coming your way. Think of a seed planted in the earth. It does not grow overnight. It goes through a process, rooting itself deep within the soil, stretching out to absorb nourishment, enduring the elements, and slowly pushing through the surface of the ground. It takes time for that seed to blossom into a beautiful flower. It is the same with your dreams. Your desire are the seeds, and you are the soil. Every challenge, every lesson, and every delay is part of the process that helps you grow. Just as the seed needs time, care, and nourishment to become the plant it is meant to be. The divine timing of your life is perfect. There is no mistake in the timing of your dreams coming to fruition. When you feel frustrated or disheartened by how long it is taking for your desires to appear, it is important to step back and realize that there is a divine order to it all. Just because things are not happening according to your schedule does not mean they are not happening. You may not see the forces at work behind the scenes, but rest assured they are at work. Your dreams are being woven together step by step in ways that you cannot yet see. The universe is aligning the people, opportunities, and circumstances that will bring you closer to your breakthrough. The process may be slow, but it is steady, and it is moving in your favor. What is even more important is that you trust in the power of your mind. Your thoughts are the architects of your reality. Everything you believe shapes the life you experience. If you consistently doubt, fear, or question your dreams, you may unknowingly delay their arrival. But when you trust in the divine process, when you believe that everything is happening for your highest good, you open the doors to receiving the blessings that are meant for you. The divine timing is not something external to you, it is something that is also within you. Your belief, your faith, your inner conviction, these are the tools that help speed up the manifestation of your desires. As you continue on your journey, remember that you are not alone. God is always with you, guiding you every step of the way. Even when you feel lost or uncertain, know that the presence of the divine is there, holding you, protecting you, and showing you the way forward. God is never far from you, And it is only through trusting in this presence that you can allow the flow of blessings to enter your life. Your breakthrough is coming, and it is closer than you think. Every moment of doubt, every trial, every challenge you have faced has been preparing you for what lies ahead. You are stronger now, more resilient, and more capable than you were before. The delays you have experienced are not signs that your dreams will not come true. They are signs that you are being prepared for the grand blessing that is waiting just beyond the horizon. And when that moment arrives, it will be everything you ever imagined and more. The truth is that the universe in all its infinite wisdom has a plan for you, a plan that is unfolding in perfect harmony with your soul's purpose. The delays you have experienced are not detours, but steps that are leading you to the right place at the right time. God is not denying your dreams. God is preparing you for them. The breakthroughs you desire are already in motion, and with each passing day they are coming closer to fruition. So as you continue on your journey, hold fast to the knowledge that everything is happening for a reason. Trust in the process. Trust in the divine timing that is guiding you. Trust that your breakthrough is on the way, and that it will come at the perfect time when you are ready to receive it. Do not lose heart when things seem slow or uncertain. Keep your mind focused on your desires, and keep your heart open to the possibilities that lie ahead. You are not forgotten, you are not abandoned. God is with you every step of the way. Even when the path is unclear, even when the delays seem too much to bear, know that you are being led. The universe is working on your behalf. Your breakthrough is coming, and it will be worth every moment of waiting, every trial and every delay. The divine timing is perfect, and you are right on schedule. Your desires are within reach, and soon you will see the manifestation of everything you have been working towards. This is no coincidence. It is destiny unfolding before your eyes. Trust in the process, for it is leading you to the life you have always dreamed of. So stand firm in your faith, hold on to your vision, keep your heart open for the blessings that are already on their way. Know that God's delays are not denials. They are part of the divine unfolding of your life, and your breakthrough is closer than you think. The best is yet to come, and it is coming in perfect timing. Keep believing, keep trusting, and never forget that God is guiding you every step of the way. You may be wondering why things aren't moving as fast as you'd like. You may be facing challenges that seem never-ending, obstacles that appear insurmountable, and days that feel longer than you can bear. It's easy to feel discouraged when things don't unfold as quickly as we hope, yet let me remind you that this is all part of the divine plan. The timing of your life is not an accident. Your struggles, your delays, and your trials are not signs of failure. They are part of the process that is leading you to the life you've always dreamed of. God's delays are not denials. They are divine timing at work. There is a deeper wisdom at play that you may not always be able to see, but know that everything you're going through is preparing you for something greater. You may feel as though your breakthrough is taking too long to arrive, but the truth is it is already on its way. Each moment of waiting, each moment of struggle is a necessary part of the journey. Without the challenges, without the delays, you would not be fully prepared to receive what's coming. Think about the process of sculpting. A sculptor doesn't simply take a block of stone and expect it to become a beautiful work of art instantly. The sculptor chips away at the stone, carefully removing pieces, slowly revealing the form that lies hidden within. The process takes time, patience, and precision. Each piece that is chipped away has its purpose. Every challenge, every delay you experience is a part of the process of sculpting your life into the masterpiece it is destined to become. You are the sculptor of your own life, and the delays are not hindrances, but steps that are carving you into the person you need to be. The divine has a plan for you, and it is not to be rushed. You are being carefully crafted, molded, and shaped to be in perfect alignment with your highest purpose. The delays, the detours, and the moments of waiting are not obstacles. They are opportunities for growth, for transformation, and for becoming the person who is fully prepared to receive the blessings that are coming. The universe knows exactly what you need, and it knows when you need it. God sees the bigger picture, and while you may only be able to see a small part of it, trust that the divine wisdom at work is guiding you exactly where you need to be. When your breakthrough comes, it will come at the perfect time, and it will be more than worth the wait. Every moment of waiting, every moment of uncertainty is leading you to a place of greater blessing. You may not always understand why things are happening the way they are, but trust that the process is unfolding for your highest good. There are lessons that you are learning along the way, and you are being shaped into a person who can handle the great blessings that are on their way. The divine knows what you are capable of, even when you may doubt yourself. Every challenge you face is strengthening you, preparing you, and guiding you toward the breakthrough that is already in the works. It's important to realize that everything in your life is connected. Every person, every event, every circumstance is part of a larger divine tapestry. There are no accidents. The people who come into your life, the opportunities that arise, and even the setbacks you face are all part of the greater picture. Each moment is a thread that weaves together to form the masterpiece that is your life. When things seem uncertain, when the path ahead appears unclear, remember that the universe is aligning everything to bring you exactly what you need. You may have moments where doubt creeps in, and that's okay. Doubt is natural, especially when things are not happening according to our timeline. But know that doubt is not the enemy. It is simply a sign that you need to strengthen your faith. Trust that the divine timing at work is guiding you toward your breakthrough. Trust that everything that is happening for your growth, for your benefit, and for the manifestation of your deepest desires. When things don't go as planned, it's easy to feel frustrated. You may wonder why your dreams aren't materializing when you've been doing everything right. It can be discouraging, feeling as though you're putting in all this effort only to watch things move at a pace you can't control. But I want you to understand that just because things aren't happening immediately doesn't mean they won't. Everything you are experiencing, from the delays to the perceived setbacks, is part of the greater divine design for your life. When it feels like everything is taking too long, take a moment to breathe, because the universe is aligning things in ways you cannot yet see. The delays you are experiencing are part of the process of unfolding that is preparing you for the great manifestation that is coming your way. God's timing is always perfect. There is no rush. What may seem like a delay is actually a divine pause, a moment to prepare, to align, and to refine. There is a force within you that has already been activated, a force that is bringing you closer to your desires every single day. Trust that this energy is at work even when the results aren't immediately visible. Your desires are already on their way. They're simply waiting for you to be in the right place, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, to receive them. Think of a potter shaping clay on a wheel. The potter doesn't rush through the process, but rather carefully molds the clay, working with it slowly to bring it into a form that is ready to hold the beauty it's meant to. If the clay were rushed, it would crack. If the potter moved too quickly, the final form wouldn't be as strong. The delays are there to ensure that when your breakthrough does arrive, it will be solid, unshakable, and ready to bear the weight of all the blessings that are about to pour into your life. You might find yourself asking, why me? Why do I have to go through these challenges? Why does it feel like things are moving slower for me than they are for others? But remember, this is not a personal punishment. God is preparing you for something far greater than you can imagine right now. While others may seem to receive their blessings quickly, remember that your journey is unique. Your delays, your challenges are specifically designed to make you stronger, wiser, and more prepared to handle the life that awaits you. Your breakthrough is not only about the arrival of something new in your life, it is about who you are becoming in the process. Every challenge you face is a lesson. Every moment of doubt, every struggle is an opportunity to grow. And it is through this growth that you are being prepared to receive your breakthrough. The best things in life often take time to build. The delays you're experiencing are not punishments. They are the universe's way of ensuring that when your desires arrive, they will last. When your breakthrough comes, it will be built on a solid foundation of wisdom, strength, and resilience. You must trust in the unseen forces that are working on your behalf. The energy that has already been set into motion is constantly bringing you closer to the life you desire. You may not see it now, but the right people, the right opportunities, the right circumstances are all being drawn to you. Just because things don't appear to be moving as quickly as you want them to, doesn't mean they aren't moving. Behind the scenes, the universe is aligning every detail for your greatest good. It is like the construction of a beautiful building. Everything must be carefully planned, every brick laid with precision before the final structure can be revealed. You are that building, and each delay, each challenge is just another brick in the process of making you stronger, more aligned, and more prepared for the life you are destined to live. When your breakthrough comes, it will be more magnificent than you ever imagined. It will come at the right moment, when you are truly ready to receive it. The breakthroughs you desire are not arbitrary. They are a natural part of the process of your life, unfolding exactly when they need to. God has a perfect plan for you, one that is designed to bring you the most joy, fulfillment, and peace. You may not understand all the steps along the way, but trust that the divine path you are on is the exact path you need to be on to bring about the best possible outcome. It is important to remember that the journey is just as valuable as the destination. The person you are becoming in this process is far more important than the things you will eventually receive. Every lesson, every hardship, every delay is contributing to the strength, wisdom, and clarity that will help you truly appreciate the breakthrough that's coming your way. Patience is not just about waiting. It is about trust, trusting that the divine timing of your life is perfect and that the delays are not obstacles but stepping stones. Each moment of waiting is bringing you closer to the manifestation of your desires. The more you trust in this process, the more you align with the universe's divine plan for you. When you feel frustrated or discouraged, take a moment to breathe deeply. Remember that God's timing is always perfect and your breakthrough is coming. It may not come in the form you expect or in the timeline you desire, but it will come. Trust that your desires are already on their way and that everything you have gone through and are still going through is part of a greater plan to bring you into alignment with your highest self. You are worthy of everything you desire. You are deserving of the breakthrough you've been waiting for. The delays, the struggles, the lessons, they are all preparing you to step into a new chapter of your life, a chapter that will bring you the fulfillment, peace, and abundance you deserve. Hold on to your faith. Keep your heart open to receiving the blessings that are coming your way. And never forget, this is no coincidence. Your life is unfolding according to a perfect divine plan, and your breakthrough is closer than you think. As you navigate the trials and setbacks in life, it is essential to realize that every moment, no matter how challenging, has a purpose. There are no random events. Everything that happens to you, every obstacle you face, is divinely orchestrated to bring you closer to your true purpose. You may not see the connection at the time, but in hindsight you will recognize how everything has led to this moment, the moment when your breakthrough will finally come into being. It is as though the universe is quietly working behind the scenes, aligning all the forces around you, making sure that when the time is right, the doors will open and your dreams will be realized. When we are in the middle of our struggles, it's easy to become frustrated, to feel lost, to wonder if our dreams are too big or too far away. But I want to remind you that the timing is never off. Everything is happening exactly as it should. Even in the times when it feels like progress is slow or that there are setbacks, remember that this is not the universe saying no. It is simply preparing you for the next step in your journey. Think of it like planting a seed in the ground. You water it, you nurture it, and you wait. The seed doesn't sprout overnight, and yet with patience it begins to grow. The same is true for you. Your dreams are germinating, even if you can't see them yet. There is growth happening below the surface, even in times when you feel like nothing is changing. Trust in the unseen, trust in the process. God is working on your behalf. Every delay, every frustration, every moment where you feel like you're not where you want to be is actually pushing you toward becoming the person you need to be in order to fully receive your breakthrough. The delays are not signs of rejection, but rather a sign of preparation. If you received everything you asked for at this moment, would you be able to fully embrace it? Would you be equipped to handle the abundance, the responsibility, and the blessing? Sometimes the waiting period is simply a time of growth, a time to expand your capacity, to build your strength, and to align your mind and spirit with the level of success and joy that is coming your way. The delay is not to punish you, but to empower you. Every time you face adversity, you are being refined. Every obstacle you overcome is sharpening you, molding you into someone who can carry the weight of the blessings you will receive. Think about a goldsmith working with precious metal. The gold is placed in intense heat, melted down, and then refined to remove all the impurities. Only after this process is the gold at its purest form. The fire may seem harsh, but it is only through the fire that the gold can be purified. You are the gold, and the trials you are facing are the fire. You may not enjoy the heat in the moment, but when you come out on the other side, you will be more radiant, more prepared, and more aligned with the life you were always meant to live. In these moments of waiting, trust is essential. Trust that everything is happening for a reason. Trust that the universe has your best interest at heart, even if things don't seem to be unfolding as you imagined. The energy of trust is one of the most powerful forces in creation. When you trust in the divine process, you open yourself up to receive the blessings that are already on their way. It's like being a magnet to your desires. If you are constantly doubting, questioning, or resisting the timing of your life, you are pushing those blessings away. But when you trust, when you surrender to the divine timing, you begin to effortlessly draw your dreams closer to you. The divine has a plan for you, and that plan is much greater than you can currently perceive. There are things happening in the unseen realm that are moving you closer to your breakthrough. Just because you can't see the progress right now doesn't mean it isn't happening. God's guidance is always present, even when you don't feel it. Every step you take, even the small ones, are leading you toward the manifestation of your dreams. Each day you are getting closer, even if it doesn't feel that way. You may not see the pieces coming together now, but rest assured they are. Just like a puzzle, the pieces are being placed in the right spots, one by one, until the full picture reveals itself. Patience is key. It's not about waiting without purpose. It's about waiting with trust, with faith, knowing that every moment is a step toward your desires. When you cultivate patience, you allow the divine plan to unfold naturally. You are not forcing things to happen or trying to control the timeline. Instead, you are trusting that everything is happening in perfect divine order. Think of an artist who steps back from their painting, knowing that each brush stroke is adding to the masterpiece. The artist doesn't rush, they let the painting come to life in its own time. And so it is with your life. Your breakthrough is coming, but it must arrive when you are ready to receive it. And you are being prepared every single day. At times you may feel like giving up, especially when the road seems long and unclear. But in those moments, remind yourself of the bigger picture. The purpose of the delay is not to frustrate you, it is to build you. It's to prepare you for the responsibility that comes with your breakthrough. It's to ensure that when your dreams do manifest, you can fully embrace them, honor them, and use them to their highest potential. Your life is being guided by a force far greater than yourself, and it is working behind the scenes to ensure that when your breakthrough comes, it will be everything you've imagined and more. Trust that the divine is never late, and that the perfect time for your manifestation will arrive at the perfect moment. The time of waiting can be one of great transformation. This is the moment to transform your mindset, to shift your perspective. Instead of viewing the waiting as something negative, embrace it as an opportunity to grow. What can you learn in this season of patience? What lessons can you take from the journey you are on? The breakthroughs you are awaiting are not just about what you will receive, but about who you will become as a result of the process. Every day of waiting, every challenge you overcome, is preparing you for the future that is waiting for you. Embrace the journey with faith, knowing that this time is not wasted, but rather a period of growth, refinement, and alignment. Remember that God's delays are not denials. Just because things aren't happening on your timeline doesn't mean they won't happen. Your breakthrough is coming. It may not come when you expect it, but it will come at the perfect time. Trust that the process is unfolding as it should. Every delay, every obstacle is part of the greater plan that is leading you to the fulfillment of your dreams. Trust in this divine timing and know that your breakthrough is closer than you think. Keep moving forward with faith, with trust, and with the knowing that God is guiding you every step of the way. The manifestation of your desires is on its way, and when it comes, it will exceed your expectation. As you continue to move through your life, you must understand that every moment holds a divine purpose. Even in your times of doubt, there is something greater working beneath the surface, something far beyond what you can currently comprehend. Your mind may try to tell you that nothing is happening, that you are stuck, or that your dreams are too distant. But this is not the truth. The truth is that God is guiding you every step of the way, even when you cannot see the path. The invisible forces of the universe are in motion, shaping and forming your reality to match the desires of your heart. When you experience delays, when things don't seem to be moving as fast as you want them to, it can feel like a sign of failure, but nothing could be further from the truth. Delays are not denials, they are an integral part of the process. Think of it this way: before an artist can unveil their masterpiece, the artist must first prepare the canvas, mix the colors, and set the stage for the creation. The artist doesn't rush the process, they wait for the perfect moment to apply each stroke. Similarly, the universe is preparing the perfect conditions for your desires to materialize. The divine has a timing that is flawless, and every delay is merely part of the preparation process, ensuring that when the moment arrives, you will be fully equipped to receive your blessings. When things are not happening as quickly as you'd like, it is easy to become discouraged. You may begin to question whether you are on the right path, whether you are doing enough, or whether you have been overlooked. But I want to remind you, your path is unfolding in perfect divine order. God does not make mistakes, and every delay is serving your greater good. These pauses are not punishment. They are part of your growth. The very delays that frustrate you are the catalysts for transformation. Every time you face a moment of stillness or a period of waiting, trust that you are being guided to a deeper understanding of yourself, your desires, and your purpose. The universe is preparing you for what is to come. And when your breakthrough finally arrives, you will be more than ready to receive it. It is important to remember that the process of creation is not linear. It is not always a straightforward path where things happen one after the other. There are moments of rest, moments of growth, and moments of quiet reflection that allow you to shift into alignment with your desires. Just because you cannot see the progress in the physical world does not mean that change is not happening. The universe is always working behind the scenes, setting things in motion, moving pieces into place, and creating opportunities for you. But this requires time. Things must fall into place, and sometimes what you are waiting for is just around the corner. The delays you experience are simply the universe's way of making sure everything is in place, that the right people, circumstances, and timing all align perfectly to bring your desires to fruition. The waiting period can also serve as a test of your faith. Can you trust in the unseen? Can you continue to move forward even when it feels like nothing is happening? Trusting in the divine plan is a powerful act of faith. When you are able to trust that everything is unfolding as it should, even when you can't see it, you become an active participant in the creation process. Faith is not simply a belief, it is a powerful force that activates the energy of manifestation. The more you trust, the more you allow the energy of the universe to flow freely toward you. Trust creates a space for miracles to happen. When you doubt, you block the flow of abundance. But when you trust with your whole being, you open the floodgates to the blessings that are waiting for you. As you trust in the process, you are also called to shift your perspective. Instead of focusing on the lack or the delay, shift your attention to what you are learning in the moment. The times of waiting are not just empty periods of time, they are opportunities for you to grow. It is during these times that you learn to cultivate patience, to deepen your self-awareness, and to practice the art of surrender. By surrendering to the timing of the universe, you are not giving up on your dreams, you are simply trusting that the universe knows the best way to bring them to you. This surrender is not a sign of weakness, but of strength. It takes great strength to release control and trust that everything is unfolding as it should. And in this surrender, you align yourself more closely with the divine flow of the universe. Every step you take, every moment you endure, is shaping you into the person who will receive the desires of your heart. As you wait for your breakthrough, you are not waiting in vain. You are being prepared for something far greater than you can currently imagine. Your dreams are already on their way, but they must meet you at the right time, in the right place, and in the right state of mind. You are being prepared for the abundance that is to come. You are being prepared to handle the success, the love, the peace, and the joy that will soon manifest in your life. Every delay is part of your preparation, part of the divine timing that is bringing everything into alignment. It is important to remember that the universe works with you, not against you. Every challenge you face, every moment of difficulty is not meant to break you. It is meant to strengthen you. It is meant to help you evolve into the person who can fully appreciate the blessings that are about to unfold. Think of yourself as a vessel, a container of potential. As you go through the process of growth, your vessel is being strengthened, expanded, and prepared to hold the great abundance that is coming. The delays you experience are not there to stop you. They are there to prepare you for the fullness of your manifestation. God's guidance is constant. Even when you cannot see it, even when you feel lost or uncertain, God is with you. The divine plan is unfolding, and the breakthrough you are waiting for is closer than you think. The timing may not always align with your expectations, but rest assured it is always right. The universe is never late, it is always on time. The moment your breakthrough arrives, you will see that it was worth the wait. Everything will fall into place, and you will understand why everything happened the way it did. The delays, the detours, the challenges, all of them were leading you to this moment. And when it comes, you will be ready, fully prepared to embrace the abundance, the success, and the joy that will be yours. Trust the process, trust the divine timing. Your breakthrough is coming, and when it does, it will be more than you ever imagined. The delays you are experiencing, the moments of silence, and the times when everything seems still are not signs that you are forgotten. They are signs that something powerful is at work in your life. Each pause, each seeming setback is a gentle redirection, a nudge from the universe guiding you into the fullness of your purpose. These moments are not obstacles, but invitations. Invitations to strengthen your faith, to refine your mindset, and to trust in the divine plan that is unfolding just for you. The more you trust in this process, the more you align with the flow of creation. You are not waiting in vain, you are in a powerful state of preparation. The power of trust and patience cannot be overstated. In a world that often demands instant gratification, it can be difficult to embrace the idea of waiting. But waiting is not passive. It is not about doing nothing or being inactive. It is about becoming the person who is ready to receive what is being prepared for them. During the waiting period, you are called to actively embrace the process. This is where your faith is tested, where you grow stronger, where you develop the resilience necessary to handle the abundance that is coming your way. The universe knows that you must evolve into the person who can fully embody your desires before they manifest. The delays are simply the universe's way of making sure you are ready for what you are about to receive. Patience is not simply about enduring time, but about using that time wisely. It is about cultivating a sense of inner peace and trust that everything is working in your favor, even when you can't see it. When you are able to remain at peace during times of delay, you align yourself with the flow of the universe. You become like a river, flowing effortlessly toward your destiny. But when you resist, when you struggle, when you become frustrated with the pace of things, you are swimming against the current. Patience allows you to flow with ease, trusting that the river will carry you exactly where you need to go. Every moment of waiting is an opportunity for you to affirm that you are worthy of your dreams. You are worthy of the success, the love, the abundance that is headed your way. The divine does not withhold blessings from you. Rather, it ensures that you are prepared to receive them. In times of waiting, it is essential to practice gratitude. Gratitude for the journey, for the lessons you are learning, and for the growth that is taking place within you. When you are grateful, you shift your energy from one of lack to one of abundance. You begin to see the world differently, noticing the small blessings that are already present in your life. Gratitude is a powerful tool for manifestation because it aligns your energy with the vibration of receiving. When you are grateful, you magnetize more to be thankful for. Your breakthrough is not an accident. It is the result of your consistent thoughts, your faith, and your trust in the divine. Every thought you have, every belief you hold, is a seed being planted in the garden of your life. Some of these seeds grow quickly, while others take time to mature. But know that they are all growing. The timing of their growth is in perfect alignment with the plan that God has for you. Sometimes you may feel like nothing is happening. You may feel like you are stuck in a holding pattern, but I assure you, the universe is always working. Behind the scenes, in the unseen realms, everything is aligning for you. The breakthroughs you desire are often right around the corner, but they cannot come before you are fully aligned with them. This is why the universe works in divine timing. It ensures that when your breakthrough arrives, you are ready to fully embrace it. You are becoming the person who can handle the blessings that are coming your way. And just like a seed needs time to grow into a strong tree, your desires need time to mature. They need time to come together in a way that will bring you the greatest fulfillment. Trust that the delay is part of this process. It is not a sign that your desires are being denied. It is a sign that they are being perfected. There may be moments when you feel impatient, when the wait feels unbearable, but in those moments, remember that your breakthrough is coming. It is not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. The universe has a way of bringing things together at the perfect time when you are fully ready to receive them. The key is to stay focused on your desires, to keep your thoughts aligned with your vision, and to trust that everything is unfolding in its own divine timing. Even when it seems like things are moving slowly, rest assured that the universe is always moving in your favor. In times of delay, it can also be helpful to remind yourself of your past successes. Reflect on the times when you have overcome obstacles, when you have faced challenges and come out stronger on the other side. These moments are proof that you are capable, that you have the strength to handle whatever comes your way. And if you have overcome challenges in the past, there is no reason why you cannot overcome what lies ahead. You have already proven to yourself that you can handle the process of growth and transformation. Every challenge is simply another opportunity for you to step into your power. Remember, the universe is always working in your favor, even when you cannot see it. Every delay, every moment of silence is simply preparing you for the abundance that is coming your way. Your breakthrough is inevitable. The timing may not be exactly what you expect, but trust that it will come at the right time. When it does, you will look back and understand that every delay, every detour, every moment of waiting was a necessary part of the journey. Your breakthrough is not far away. It is closer than you think. Keep trusting, keep believing, and keep moving forward. You are being guided every step of the way, and everything you desire is on its way to you. Trust the process, trust the timing, and trust that God's plan for you is unfolding perfectly. Your breakthrough is coming, and it will be worth every moment of waiting. The process of waiting is one that many find challenging, especially when the mind is accustomed to the immediacy of today's world. Instant communication, fast technology, and quick results have created an environment where patience often feels like a foreign concept. Yet the very essence of life's grand design lies in its natural pacing. Just as a seed takes time to break through the soil and blossom into a tree, so too do your dreams take time to manifest fully. There is a divine order in all things, and each delay you experience is a part of that sacred rhythm. The universe is working in ways you cannot always see, preparing you for the magnitude of your breakthrough. When you are in the waiting phase, the key is to shift your focus. Instead of concentrating on what you do not yet have, focus on becoming the version of yourself who is ready to receive. This is not just about being patient in the conventional sense, but about becoming active in your preparation. Begin to visualize the life you desire as if it is already here. Imagine yourself living in the fulfillment of your dreams. How does it feel? How do you show up in the world when your breakthrough has arrived? See yourself embodying that success, that peace, that joy. The act of visualization is not just a passive act of daydreaming. It is a powerful tool of creation. You are aligning your energy with the very thing you are manifesting. In the process, your desires begin to shift from something that is out there to something that is already in your reality. As you go through this process, it is essential to maintain an unwavering belief in the truth that what is yours will never be delayed forever. The universe's delays are not denials, but simply the time needed for you to evolve, to grow, and to prepare for the blessings that are coming. Trusting the process can be difficult, but when you reflect on the deeper truth that God is always guiding you, it becomes easier to remain grounded in your faith. God's plan for you is already complete, already in motion. Your breakthrough is not something that is happening by chance. It is part of the divine orchestration that has been unfolding since the beginning. Your journey, the twists and turns, the delays, the detours, they all serve a higher purpose. This time of waiting is not a time to idle. It is a time to grow, to learn, and to deepen your connection with your inner self. In the stillness of these moments, you have the opportunity to reconnect with the part of you that already knows your desires are on their way. You are not alone in this process. God's guidance is always present, even in the most challenging times. There is a divine intelligence that is always at work behind the scenes, aligning people, events, and opportunities in perfect harmony. When the time is right, everything will fall into place in a way that will leave you in awe of the process. You may not see the fruits of your labor just yet, but that does not mean they are not growing. The seed that you have planted, the dream that you have envisioned, is germinating in the soil of divine timing. In the physical world, we cannot always see the growth happening beneath the surface, but that does not mean the plant is not growing. It is simply that the roots are being strengthened. The foundation is being laid. In the same way, your breakthrough is being fortified, and soon, when the time is right, it will burst forth into your reality. This is why you must not lose faith, even in the face of apparent delay. When your mind begins to doubt, remind yourself that what is meant for you cannot pass you by. What is aligned with your soul's purpose is already making its way to you. Your role is to stay focused, stay in faith, and stay grounded. Trust that the universe is bringing everything into place at precisely the right moment. The breakthroughs that you are waiting for are not merely the result of your actions, but of your alignment with the flow of divine will. When you align yourself with that flow, you begin to move with ease toward the fulfillment of your desires. You might be asking, how do I know when I am aligned? The answer is simple. You will know by the peace that settles within you. When you are aligned, you feel a sense of peace, a knowing that everything is unfolding as it should. You trust that every moment, every experience is guiding you closer to your ultimate breakthrough. Even in moments of uncertainty, there is a calm assurance that you are not lost, that you are exactly where you need to be. The secret to manifesting with ease is not to force the process or to rush ahead, but to surrender to the divine timing that is at play. The moment you let go of resistance, the moment you stop pushing for something to happen, you create the space for your desires to flow toward you effortlessly. When you trust that everything is happening in perfect timing, you release the need for control and you allow the universe to bring what is meant for you with grace and ease. At times, it may seem like nothing is happening. It may feel as though your prayers are unanswered, your desires unfulfilled, but rest assured, everything is moving behind the scenes. There is a delicate balance to the universe's workings. Just as a flower must grow in secret before it blooms, so must your desires take root in the hidden realms before they manifest in the physical world. This process cannot be rushed. It must unfold naturally and in harmony with the larger plan. When you understand this, you can release the pressure and trust that the breakthrough is coming, even if it's not in the way you expect. It is easy to feel disheartened in the waiting period, especially when it feels like your efforts are in vain. But even when you cannot see it, your breakthrough is already on its way to you. The delay is simply the time needed for everything to come into alignment, and just when you least expect it, the breakthrough will arrive, often in a form even greater than you had imagined. You are always being guided, always being prepared for what is coming next. This is why you must not focus solely on the end result, but on the present moment. The joy of creation is not just in the finished product, but in the process itself. Every step you take, every moment you spend in faith, every time you choose to believe that your breakthrough is coming, you are moving closer to the life you are meant to live. The breakthrough is not just about what you receive, but about the person you become in the process. The delays, the waiting, the growth, they are all part of your transformation into someone capable of holding the vision you hold for your life. And when your breakthrough arrives, you will look back and see that every moment of waiting, every step of the journey was worth it. The delays were never denials, but sacred pauses to ensure that you were ready to receive all that you had asked for. You will realize that everything that came before was simply preparation for the abundance that is now flowing into your life. Your breakthrough is not just a possibility, it is a certainty. It is as certain as the sunrise, as sure as the seasons change. And as you wait, trust that the universe is conspiring in your favor, guiding you every step of the way. There is no coincidence in your life. Everything is happening for a reason, and everything is aligning perfectly for the manifestation of your desires. Your breakthrough is already on its way. Trust the timing, trust the process, and trust that God is guiding you every step of the way. The best is yet to come. There is a deep and undeniable truth that transcends the surface level of our daily lives, that everything we experience is leading us to a greater purpose, one beyond what our human minds can fully comprehend. Every single event, whether it appears as an obstacle or an opportunity, is part of the divine tapestry that is being woven together for you. The trials, the setbacks, and even the delays are not to be seen as signs of defeat, but as integral pieces of your personal evolution. This is a journey that was planned long before you became aware of it. In the process of manifesting your desires, it is crucial to understand that God's delays are not denials. What may appear to be a delay is simply a period of time in which you are being prepared for the magnitude of what is about to come. It is in these moments that you are being shaped, that the seeds of your future are being watered, and that your capacity to receive the blessings that are coming is being strengthened. Everything that seems to be taking longer than you expected is not an indication that it is not meant for you, but rather that you are being prepared in ways you may not fully understand. The human mind, with all its impatience and its desire for immediate results, often forgets the truth of divine timing. The mind sees time as linear, but the spiritual world operates in a way that transcends the constraints of time. In God's kingdom, everything has its appointed time. Your breakthrough will come, and it will come when you are ready for it. The delays are merely the universe making sure that you are in the right place at the right time, fully equipped to handle the blessings that are on their way to you. It can be easy to fall into the trap of frustration during these times of waiting. It is common to feel as though nothing is happening or that you are not making progress. You might question whether you are being heard, whether your prayers are being answered, or whether you are truly on the right path. However, the key in these moments is to stay anchored in faith. Even when you do not see evidence of your desires coming to fruition, it does not mean that they are not already in motion. Faith is the force that moves mountains, and it is this unwavering trust in God's plan that will carry you through times of doubt and uncertainty. The feeling of waiting can often create a sense of emptiness, but this is the time when your internal world is being realigned. It is in the stillness, in the moments of quiet surrender, that the most profound shifts occur. God is not inactive during these times of delay. On the contrary, He is working diligently in the unseen realm, preparing the perfect circumstances for the manifestation of your desires. You may not be able to see the work that is being done, but trust that it is happening. Like a sculptor chiseling away at a block of marble, the delays are the necessary process of shaping your life into something magnificent. Your role during this waiting period is to remain in alignment with your desires. You do this by maintaining your vision, by continuing to act in faith, and by cultivating a deep sense of inner peace. It is so easy to get caught up in the noise of doubt and worry, but when you remain centered and focused, you create the space for miracles to occur. The key is to trust that your desires are coming to fruition, regardless of how things may appear in the physical world. What you cannot see in the physical realm is often far more important than what you can see, for it is in the unseen that true transformation takes place. Just as a tree must take time to grow, the vision you are nurturing in your heart must be allowed to grow at its own pace. The delays are not a sign that you are doing something wrong or that your desires are not meant for you. They are simply the growing pains of a process that is unfolding as it should. And when the time is right, you will see the fruit of your labor. Your breakthrough will arrive with perfect timing, and it will be far greater than anything you could have imagined. When you choose to trust in God's timing, you are surrendering to a higher wisdom. You are recognizing that there is a divine hand at work in your life, guiding you toward your highest good. It is a beautiful and liberating feeling to let go of the need to control the outcome, to release the pressure of trying to force things to happen. When you trust the process, you are aligning yourself with the natural flow of the universe. And when you align with that flow, things begin to unfold effortlessly. You cease to struggle, and you allow life to come to you in its own perfect timing. The more you surrender to this divine guidance, the more you will notice the synchronicities, the signs, and the subtle nudges that are present all around you. God is always speaking to you, always guiding you, but it is often in the quiet moments that His voice is most clear. The delays, the waiting periods are not empty or wasted time. They are times of deep spiritual refinement. They are moments in which you are being prepared for the blessings that are coming. In these moments of waiting, you are being fine-tuned to the frequency of abundance, success, and fulfillment. There is a power in waiting, a power that is often overlooked. In the waiting, you are being stretched, you are being molded, and you are being prepared for something greater than you can yet imagine. It is in these moments that your faith is deepened, your trust is strengthened, and your vision is sharpened. The waiting period is where the most important internal work is done. It is not a time of stagnation, but of deep transformation. You are becoming the person who can handle the blessings that are coming your way. In those moments of doubt, when the waiting feels unbearable, remember that God is not in a hurry. He is working everything out for your good, and what is meant for you will never pass you by. The universe does not make mistakes. The delays are not signs of failure. They are simply the necessary steps in the process of your growth. There is an unseen hand at work, orchestrating everything to come together at the right time, in the right way. It is important to remember that you are never alone in this journey. Even in the most difficult times, God is walking beside you. You are divinely guided and protected every step of the way. Even when the path seems unclear, trust that you are being led to exactly where you need to be. The journey may not always be easy, but it is always purposeful. Every delay, every challenge, every moment of waiting is leading you to the next step in your divine plan. When your breakthrough finally arrives, you will look back and understand that all of the waiting, all of the delays were part of a beautiful process. You will see that you were never abandoned, never forgotten. Your breakthrough was always meant for you, and the divine timing of its arrival will be perfect. You will realize that every moment of waiting was a gift that allowed you to grow, to learn, and to prepare for the greatness that was always coming your way. In conclusion, remember that everything you are experiencing, every delay, every moment of waiting, and every trial is not a sign of abandonment or a denial of your desires. It is all part of a divine plan that is unfolding perfectly in your life. God's delays are not denials, they are merely the necessary preparation for your breakthrough. Trust in the unseen work being done on your behalf and know that your time will come. Stay faithful, remain centered, and continue to align yourself with the vision that you hold in your heart. The journey may feel long at times, but every step, every moment of patience is a vital part of your growth. When your breakthrough arrives, you will see that everything you went through had a purpose, and that purpose was to guide you toward becoming the person you were always meant to be. Keep the faith, trust the process, and know that what is meant for you will never pass you by. Your breakthrough is already on its way, and it is far greater than anything you could have imagined. Something is about to happen in your life that you cannot yet see. There is a shift in the atmosphere, a divine realignment that will place you exactly where you are meant to be. You have prayed, you have waited, and you have wondered if God has heard you. But I am here to tell you, something greater is unfolding. You may not feel it yet, but the heavens have already declared it. Everything that has been holding you back is about to break. Chains are about to fall. Doors that were locked shut will suddenly swing open. What you lost will be restored. What was delayed will now accelerate. The enemy thought he had you trapped, but he did not know that God had a plan all along. You must listen closely, because what I am about to share with you is a revelation that will change everything. There are moments in life when you can sense that things cannot stay the same. You can feel the weight of transition pressing upon your spirit, and you know deep down that something must shift. You may have been struggling, questioning, wondering why you have faced so many setbacks. But the Spirit of the Lord is saying to you today, do not mistake the delay for denial. What looked like a closed door was a setup for something greater. What seemed like a loss was actually a divine repositioning. God is about to change everything in your favor, and when He moves, nothing can stop Him. God is never caught off guard. He is not surprised by your circumstances. He is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. Before you ever faced this battle, He had already declared your victory. Before you even cried out for help, He had already written your deliverance. The enemy has been whispering in your ear, telling you that nothing is changing, that you will remain stuck in this season forever. But I came to expose the lie of the enemy today. Your season is shifting. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. What seemed impossible is about to become reality. God has a way of shifting things suddenly. One moment Joseph was in prison, the next he was in the palace. One moment Esther was an orphan, the next she was a queen. One moment David was a shepherd boy, the next he was anointed as king. When God's timing collides with your destiny, everything changes in an instant. You have been waiting, but now it is time for manifestation. The process may have been painful, but the promise is coming to pass. The tears you cried in secret are about to become testimonies of God's faithfulness. The years the enemy stole from you are about to be restored. You cannot afford to lose hope now. The shift is already in motion. Every challenge you faced was preparing you for what is coming. Every door that closed was leading you to the right one. Every delay was protecting you from something you could not see. The people who walked away, the opportunities that seemed to slip through your fingers, it was all part of a divine orchestration. You have been in a season of testing, but now comes the season of transformation. God is moving behind the scenes, arranging everything according to His perfect will. The weight you have been carrying is about to be lifted. The prayers you have prayed are about to be answered. When God shifts things, He does it completely. He does not do half measures. He does not leave things undone. When He brings you out, He brings you out with power. When He restores beyond what you imagined. Job lost everything, but when God stepped in, he received double for his trouble. The Israelites were slaves for generations, but when God delivered them, they left Egypt with wealth, with miracles, with signs and wonders. God is not just bringing you out, He is bringing you out better. He is bringing you out stronger, wiser, and more anointed than before. The trials you faced were shaping you, refining you like gold in the fire. You had to go through it, but you are coming out different. This is why you must be ready. When God moves, you must be positioned to receive it. You cannot afford to stay in the mindset of your past. You cannot hold on to the pain, the disappointments, the failures. When God opens the door, you must walk through it boldly. When He says it is time, you cannot hesitate. The enemy wants to keep you bound to the past, but God is calling you forward. You cannot embrace the new while still clinging to the old. There is a fresh wind blowing, a fresh anointing being poured out. You must step into it with faith, knowing that what is ahead is greater than what is behind. God is aligning things in your favor. The connections you need, the resources you have been waiting for, the opportunities that seemed out of reach, everything is falling into place. Heaven has already released it. Now you must walk in obedience. Now you must believe that God is who He says He is. He is the God who makes a way where there is no way. He is the God who speaks and it is done. He is the God who turns mourning into dancing, sorrow into joy, ashes into beauty. Do not let fear hold you back. Do not let doubt rob you of what God has for you. You have been in the waiting room, but now the door is opening. You have been in the wilderness, but now the promised land is ahead. The shift is happening, and you are about to see it unfold before your eyes. Keep your faith strong, keep your heart ready, keep your spirit expectant, because God is about to change everything for you. God's timing is never off. Even when it feels like nothing is happening, He is still at work. Every delay has been for a purpose. Every setback was setting you up for a comeback. The enemy tried to convince you that your situation would never change, that you would always struggle, that you would never see the fulfillment of God's promises. But the enemy is a liar. God is not finished with you yet. What He started in your life, He will complete. The shift that is coming is not based on your strength, your ability, or your efforts. It is based on God's faithfulness. His word does not return void. What He has spoken over your life will come to pass. No enemy, no obstacle, no circumstance can stop what God has ordained for you. You may have felt overlooked, forgotten, or left behind, but God has had His eyes on you the whole time. He has been preparing you in the hidden place, molding you, refining you, strengthening you. When He brings you into your next season, you will see that every tear, every trial, every delay was worth it. You will understand why certain doors had to close, why certain relationships had to end, why certain opportunities did not work out. God was protecting you from what would have hindered your destiny. Sometimes God allows us to go through seasons of silence so that we can learn to hear His voice more clearly. The waiting season is not wasted. It is where your faith is strengthened, where your character is developed, where your trust in God is deepened. It is in the waiting that you learn to rely on Him, to depend on His strength and not your own. The enemy wants to make you believe that nothing is changing, that your prayers are not being heard. But do not be deceived. God is moving even when you cannot see it. Just as a seed grows beneath the soil before it breaks through the surface, your breakthrough is growing beneath the surface of your life. You may not see the evidence yet, but the roots are growing deep. And when the time is right, you will see the manifestation of everything God has promised. This shift that is coming will not be subtle. It will be undeniable. People around you will see the hand of God on your life. They will see the transformation and know that it was not by your own strength, but by the power of God. The doors that are about to open will be doors that no man can shut. The favor that is about to be released will be beyond anything you have experienced before. But with this shift comes a responsibility. You cannot step into the new season with the mindset of the old season. You must let go of fear, doubt, and insecurity. You must align your thoughts, your words, and your actions with what God is doing. Do not speak words of defeat when God is declaring victory. Do not allow the enemy to fill your mind with lies when God has spoken truth over you. Faith is the key that unlocks the door to your breakthrough. Even when you cannot see the outcome, you must believe that God is working all things together for your good. Faith is not based on what you see, it is based on who God is, and He is faithful. He is the God who parted the Red Sea, who brought water from a rock, who fed thousands with a few loaves and fish. He is the same God who raised Lazarus from the dead, who healed the blind, who calmed the storm with a single word. That same power is at work in your life right now. What seems impossible to you is possible with God. The situation that looks hopeless is about to turn around. The mountain that seems immovable is about to be moved. But you must hold on to your faith and not let go. The enemy will try to distract you, to discourage you, to make you doubt what God has spoken. But you must stand firm. You must refuse to be moved by what you see or feel. Your circumstances may say one thing, but God's word says another, and His word is the final authority. Do not allow fear to paralyze you. Fear is a tool of the enemy, designed to keep you from stepping into what God has for you. But God has not given you a spirit of fear. He has given you a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. When fear whispers that you cannot do it, remind yourself that God is with you. When doubt tries to creep in, declare that God is faithful. When the enemy says you are not enough, remember that God has equipped you with everything you need. The shift that is coming will require you to walk by faith, to step out of your comfort zone, to trust God even when you do not understand. It may not happen the way you expect, but it will happen in the way that is best for you. God sees the full picture. He knows what you need and when you need it. What you think is a delay is actually God's protection and preparation. He is aligning the right people, the right opportunities, the right circumstances. And when the time is right, everything will come together in a way that only He can orchestrate. But you must be ready. You must prepare your heart and mind for what is coming. Begin to speak life over your situation. Declare God's promises over your life. Speak words of faith, not words of fear. Thank God in advance for what He is about to do. Worship Him not just for what He has done, but for what He is about to do. Your praise is a weapon. It confuses the enemy and opens the door for God to move. Even when you do not see the evidence, praise Him. Even when it feels like nothing is changing, praise Him. Your praise is a declaration of faith that says, God, I trust you even when I do not understand. I believe you are working even when I cannot see it. Do not allow the enemy to steal your joy. Joy is not based on your circumstances. It is based on your relationship with God. The joy of the Lord is your strength. When you choose joy in the midst of difficulty, you are declaring that your trust is in God, not in your situation. When you choose to rejoice even when things are hard, you are showing the enemy that he cannot steal your peace. And that kind of faith moves mountains. The shift that is coming will not only change your circumstances, it will change you. God is not just interested in giving you blessings, He is interested in transforming you into the person He created you to be. The trials you faced were not meant to break you, they were meant to build you. The pressure you felt was shaping you, molding you, refining you. You are stronger than you think. You are wiser than you were before, and now you are ready for what God has prepared for you. Do not allow the mistakes of your past to hold you back. God's grace is greater than your failures. His mercy is new every morning. He is not holding your past against you. He is calling you into your future. When this shift happens, you will look back and see how God's hand was guiding you the whole time. You will see how every detour was actually leading you to the right place. You will understand why certain things had to happen the way they did. What once seemed like a setback will be revealed as a setup. What once felt like a delay will be seen as God's perfect timing. And you will know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that God is faithful. But you must stay focused. The enemy will try to distract you right before your breakthrough. He will try to make you give up right before the shift happens. Do not fall for his lies. Stand firm in your faith. Keep your eyes on Jesus, the author and finisher of your faith. He is leading you into a season of abundance, a season of restoration, a season of divine favor. The shift is already happening. Heaven is moving on your behalf. The prayers you prayed in secret are being answered. The tears you cried are being turned into joy. Get ready, because what God is about to do will exceed your expectations. There are moments in life when the weight of waiting feels unbearable. You've prayed, you've believed, and still nothing seems to change. But understand this, the waiting season is where God does His greatest work within you. It's where your faith is tested, your character is refined, and your trust is solidified. God is never late. His timing is always perfect. When the appointed time arrives, nothing can delay what He has ordained. The shift that is coming will not only change your situation, it will transform your perspective. You will begin to see things differently. What once seemed like obstacles will become opportunities. What once felt like setbacks will be recognized as setups for something greater. God is aligning everything according to His divine plan, and when the moment of manifestation arrives, it will happen suddenly, without warning, and beyond anything you could have imagined. The enemy has tried to convince you that your time has passed, that you've missed your opportunity, that it's too late for things to change. But God's word declares otherwise. Isaiah 60:20 says, "When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen." God is not bound by human limitations. What seems impossible to man is possible with God. He can accelerate time, restore what was lost, and open doors that no one can shut. The key is to remain steadfast in your faith, even when you cannot see the evidence of change. Faith is believing that God is at work, even when everything around you says otherwise. It's trusting that His promises are true, even when your circumstances seem to contradict them. And it's holding on to His word, knowing that what He has spoken over your life will come to pass. This shift will require you to let go of the past. You cannot step into the new season if you are still holding on to old mindsets, old habits, and old fears. The enemy wants to keep you trapped in a cycle of doubt and defeat, but God is calling you to rise above it. He is calling you to walk in the authority and confidence that comes from knowing who you are in Christ. You are not defined by your past failures or mistakes. You are not limited by your current circumstances. You are a child of God, created for a purpose, destined for greatness. The shift that is coming is not just about what God is going to do for you, it's about what He is going to do through you. He is positioning you to be a blessing to others, to be a light in the darkness. The enemy knows that his time is short, which is why he is working overtime to discourage you, distract you, and derail your destiny. But greater is He who is in you than he who is in the world. The enemy may have tried to stop you, but he cannot stop the plans of God. What God has ordained for your life will come to pass, and no force of darkness can stand against it. The key is to stay aligned with God's will, spend time in His presence, seek His guidance, and obey His instructions. Sometimes the shift requires you to step out of your comfort zone and take a leap of faith. It may not make sense in the natural, but God's ways are higher than our ways. Trust that He knows what He is doing, even when you don't understand. This is not the time to shrink back in fear or doubt. This is the time to rise up in faith and declare God's promises over your life. Speak life over your situation. Declare that God is opening doors, making a way where there seems to be no way, and bringing restoration to every area of your life. Your words have power. Proverbs 18:21 says, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit." Speak words of faith, hope, and victory. Do not allow the enemy to fill your mind with negative thoughts. When doubt tries to creep in, counter it with God's word. When fear tries to take hold, remind yourself that God has not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And when the enemy whispers that nothing will ever change, declare that God is doing a new thing, and you are about to see it spring forth. God is looking for people who will believe Him even when they cannot see the evidence. Hebrews 11:01 says, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." Faith is what activates the power of God in your life. It is the key that unlocks the door to your breakthrough. But faith requires action. You cannot just sit back and wait for things to change. You must step out in obedience to what God has called you to do. Even when it doesn't make sense, even when it feels uncomfortable, trust that God is leading you to something greater. Sometimes the greatest blessings are on the other side of your comfort zone. Don't let fear hold you back. Step out in faith and watch what God will do. There will be moments when the enemy tries to convince you that you are not worthy of God's blessings. He will remind you of your past mistakes and failures, trying to make you believe that you don't deserve what God has for you. But the blood of Jesus has washed you clean. You are forgiven, redeemed, and made new. God is not holding your past against you. He is calling you into your future. Isaiah 43:18 and 19 says, "Forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? Let go of the guilt, the shame, and the regrets of yesterday. They have no place in the new season that God is bringing you into." The shift that is coming will not only change your circumstances, it will change your identity. You will no longer see yourself through the lens of your past or your failures. You will see yourself as God sees you, chosen, loved, and empowered by His Spirit. You will walk with a new confidence, knowing that the God who created the universe is on your side, and when you walk in that confidence, nothing can stop you. The obstacles that once seemed insurmountable will crumble before you, the mountains that once stood in your way will be moved, and the doors that once seemed closed will swing open wide. But with this shift comes a responsibility. God is not blessing you just for your own benefit. He is blessing you so that you can be a blessing to others. Genesis 12:02 says, "I will bless you and you will be a blessing." When God opens the doors of opportunity, use them to glorify Him. When He provides financial blessings, use them to help those in need. When He brings restoration to your relationships, use your testimony to encourage others. The blessings of God are not meant to be hoarded. They are meant to flow through you to impact the world around you. This is why the enemy fights so hard to keep you stuck in fear and doubt. He knows that when you step into the fullness of what God has for you, you become a threat to His kingdom. But the enemy's attacks are no match for the power of God. Romans 8:31 says, "If God is for us, who can be against us? No weapon formed against you will prosper. No obstacle can stand in the way of what God has ordained." Your victory is already secured, but you must walk in that victory. Do not allow the enemy to steal your joy, your peace, or your faith. Keep your eyes fixed on Jesus and keep moving forward, no matter what obstacles you face. As you step into this new season, be prepared for opposition. Whenever God is about to do something great, the enemy will try to bring distractions and discouragement. But do not be shaken. The opposition is a sign that you are on the brink of breakthrough. The enemy would not be fighting you so hard if you were not about to step into something significant. Stand firm in your faith and do not be moved. Psalm 46:1-2 says, "God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear." No matter what comes your way, know that God is with you and He will see you through. The shift that is coming is not something you can force or manufacture. It is something that only God can do. But your role is to stay aligned with His will, to walk in obedience, and to keep your faith strong. Trust that He is working behind the scenes, arranging everything according to His perfect plan. And when the time is right, everything will fall into place. What once seemed impossible will become your reality. The dreams that seemed out of reach will suddenly be within your grasp. The prayers that you thought had gone unanswered will be answered in ways that exceed your expectations. And through it all, you will know that it was not by your own strength, but by the power of God. The shift that is coming will not only change your situation, but it will also change the way you see yourself and the way others see you. People who once doubted you will be astonished by what God does in your life. Those who overlooked you will have no choice but to acknowledge the hand of God upon you. But remember, this shift is not about gaining the approval of others. It is about stepping into the fullness of God's purpose for your life. You are not defined by the opinions of people. You are defined by the Word of God. And His Word declares that you are chosen, called, and set apart for His glory. There will be moments when the enemy tries to fill your mind with fear and doubt, whispering that you are not qualified or capable of stepping into what God has prepared for you. But do not listen to those lies. God does not call the qualified. He qualifies the called. When He places a dream in your heart, He also gives you the gifts, talents, and resources needed to fulfill it. You may not see how it will all come together, but that is where faith comes in. Faith is trusting that God has already gone before you and made a way, even when you cannot see it. Faith is believing that what God has spoken will come to pass, no matter how impossible it may seem. This shift will require you to walk by faith and not by sight. There will be times when the path ahead is unclear, and you will have to trust God even when you cannot see the next step. But know this: God is leading you to something greater than you can imagine. His plans for you are good, and His timing is perfect. What may feel like a delay is actually God's way of preparing you for what is to come. Every challenge you have faced, every obstacle you have overcome, and every lesson you have learned has been preparing you for this moment. Nothing has been wasted. Even the seasons of pain and disappointment have served a purpose. Romans 8:28 reminds us, and we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to His purpose. God is about to open doors that no one can shut. These doors will lead to opportunities that you never thought possible. But with these opportunities comes a responsibility to walk in obedience and humility. Do not allow pride or complacency to take root in your heart. Remember that everything you have is a gift from God, and it is to be used for His glory. Stay grounded in His Word and remain sensitive to the leading of the Holy Spirit. When God opens a door, walk through it with confidence, knowing that He has gone before you to prepare the way. But also be prepared for opposition. Whenever God is about to do something great in your life, the enemy will try to bring fear, doubt, and distraction. Do not be swayed by these attacks. Stand firm in your faith and declare the promises of God over your life. No weapon formed against you will prosper, and every tongue that rises against you in judgment will be condemned. There will be moments when you feel unworthy of the blessings that God is bringing into your life. The enemy will try to remind you of your past mistakes and failures, hoping to keep you trapped in guilt and shame. But remember, you have been redeemed by the blood of Jesus. Your past does not define you, God's grace does. 2 Corinthians 5:17 declares, "Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. All things have passed away. Behold, all things have become new." Do not allow the enemy to hold you back with the weight of yesterday. Walk in the freedom and confidence that comes from knowing you are forgiven and made new. The shift that is coming is not based on your perfection. It is based on God's grace and His perfect plan for your life. As this shift begins to unfold, be mindful of the people you surround yourself with. Not everyone will understand what God is doing in your life. Some may question your decisions or doubt your ability to succeed. Others may try to discourage you or hold you back out of jealousy or fear. But do not allow their negativity to derail your progress. Surround yourself with people who speak life, encourage your faith, and believe in the vision God has placed in your heart. Proverbs 13:20 reminds us, "He who walks with wise men will be wise, but the companion of fools will be destroyed." Choose your relationships wisely, and do not be afraid to distance yourself from those who do not support the path God has called you to walk. This shift will also require you to let go of any fear or doubt that is holding you back. Fear is one of the enemy's most powerful weapons, but it has no place in the life of a believer. 2 Timothy 1:7 declares, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind." Fear may try to creep in when you step into the unknown, but remember that God is with you every step of the way. He has promised never to leave you nor forsake you. When fear tries to paralyze you, speak God's word over your situation. Declare that you are more than a conqueror through Christ who loves you, and that nothing is impossible with God. Faith is the key that will unlock the doors of opportunity in this new season. But faith without action is dead. You cannot simply wait for things to change. You must step out in obedience and do what God has called you to do, even if it feels uncomfortable, even if it doesn't make sense. Trust that God is leading you to something greater. The Israelites had to step into the Jordan River before the waters parted. Peter had to step out of the boat before he could walk on water. Sometimes the greatest miracles happen when you take a step of faith, even when you cannot see the outcome. Trust that God will meet you in that place of faith and provide everything you need to move forward. As you step into this new season, do not be surprised if you face opposition. Whenever God is about to do something great, the enemy will try to stop it. But do not be discouraged. The opposition is a sign that you are on the right path. If you were not a threat to the enemy, he would not be trying so hard to stop you. But no matter what obstacles you face, know that God is fighting for you. Exodus 14:14 declares, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." You do not have to fight every battle on your own. God is your defender, and he will make a way where there seems to be no way. This shift will not only impact your life, it will also impact the lives of those around you. When God blesses you, it is so that you can be a blessing to others. Genesis 12:02 says, "I will bless you, and you shall be a blessing." The blessings God is about to release into your life are not meant to be hoarded. They are meant to flow through you to impact the world around you. Whether it is financial provision, spiritual gifts, or opportunities for influence, use what God has given you to advance his kingdom and bring glory to his name. Be generous with your time, your resources, and your talents. Look for ways to encourage and uplift those around you and be a source of hope and inspiration to those who are struggling. There will be moments when the enemy tries to convince you that you are not capable of fulfilling the assignment God has given you. He will remind you of your weaknesses, your shortcomings, and your limitations. But remember, God's strength is made perfect in your weakness. 2 Corinthians 12:9 declares, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness." You do not have to rely on your own strength. God will give you the strength, wisdom, and courage you need to fulfill his purpose for your life. When you feel weak, lean on his strength. When you feel inadequate, remember that he has equipped you for every good work. When you feel afraid, trust that he is with you, guiding and protecting you every step of the way. As this shift begins to unfold, be prepared for unexpected opportunities and divine connections. God will bring the right people into your life at the right time, people who will encourage your faith, support your vision, and help you fulfill your purpose. But you must be willing to step out of your comfort zone and seize the opportunities that come your way. Do not allow fear or doubt to hold you back. Trust that if God has opened a door, he will also give you the strength and wisdom to walk through it. Even if you do not feel ready, step out in faith and trust that God will meet you there. This shift will also require you to stay focused and disciplined. Distractions will come, and the enemy will try to pull you away from your purpose. But stay focused on what God has called you to do. Do not allow the opinions of others or the pressures of the world to derail your progress. Keep your eyes fixed on Jesus and do not be swayed by fear, doubt, or temptation. Philippians 3:13-14 reminds us, "Forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forward to those things which are ahead, I press toward the goal for the prize of the upward call of God in Christ Jesus." Keep pressing forward, no matter what obstacles you face. This shift will bring a level of favor and influence that you have never experienced before. Doors that were once closed will suddenly open, and opportunities that seemed out of reach will become accessible. But with this increase in favor comes a greater level of responsibility. God is not promoting you for your own benefit. He is promoting you so that you can be a light in the world and a vessel of his love and truth. Use the platform he gives you to glorify his name and advance his kingdom. Do not allow success to lead you away from the principles of humility, integrity, and compassion. Remember that true greatness is found in serving others, not in seeking status or recognition. Jesus himself said in Mark 10:45, "For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many." As God elevates you, keep your heart grounded in the spirit of servanthood. There will be moments when the magnitude of what God is calling you to do feels overwhelming. The enemy will try to convince you that you are not qualified or capable of handling the responsibilities that come with this new season. But remember, God's power is made perfect in your weakness. He does not expect you to rely on your own strength. He is your source of strength, wisdom, and courage. When you feel inadequate, lean on His grace. When you feel afraid, remind yourself that God has not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Trust that He will equip you with everything you need to fulfill the purpose He has placed before you. Philippians 4:13 declares, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." Hold on to this promise and do not allow doubt to hold you back from stepping into what God has prepared for you. This shift will also bring a deeper level of spiritual maturity and intimacy with God. The trials and challenges you have faced were not meant to break you. They were meant to strengthen your faith and deepen your dependence on God. In this new season, you will find yourself walking in greater wisdom, discernment, and spiritual authority. You will hear God's voice more clearly, and you will have a greater sensitivity to the leading of the Holy Spirit. But this increased level of spiritual authority comes with a responsibility to stay rooted in God's Word and to live a life that reflects His character. Your relationship with God is the foundation of everything you do, and it is essential that you prioritize your time with Him. Do not allow the busyness of life to pull you away from prayer, worship, and studying the Scriptures. Psalm 119:105 reminds us, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." Stay grounded in His Word and let it guide every decision you make. As this shift unfolds, you will begin to see the fulfillment of promises that you have been waiting on for years. Prayers that you thought had gone unanswered will suddenly be answered in ways that exceed your expectations. God has not forgotten the desires of your heart. He has been preparing the perfect time to bring them to pass. But as these blessings begin to manifest, remember to give God the glory. It can be easy to take credit for our successes or to become focused on the blessings themselves, but never forget that every good and perfect gift comes from above. James 1:17 declares, "Every good and perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of the heavenly lights, who does not change like shifting shadows." Keep your heart humble and your eyes fixed on the giver, not just the gifts. In this new season, God will also bring restoration to areas of your life that have been broken or lost. Relationships that seem beyond repair will be healed, dreams that were buried will be revived, and areas of lack will be replaced with abundance. What the enemy meant for harm, God will use for your good. Genesis 52:20 declares, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." The pain and setbacks you have experienced have not been in vain. They have been preparing you for the blessings and breakthroughs that are now coming your way. But as God restores what was lost, remember to steward those blessings with wisdom and gratitude. Do not take His provision for granted, and do not allow the blessings to distract you from your purpose. This shift will also bring clarity to areas of your life where there has been confusion or uncertainty. Decisions that once seemed difficult will become clear, and the path ahead will be illuminated by God's wisdom and guidance. Trust that He is ordering your steps and leading you toward the fulfillment of His perfect plan. Proverbs 3:5-6 reminds us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight." Even when you do not understand why certain doors are closing or why certain relationships are ending, trust that God is aligning everything for your good. What may seem like a setback is often a setup for something greater. Do not cling to what God is asking you to release, and do not be afraid to step into the unknown. His plans for you are far greater than anything you could imagine. As you walk through this season of divine shift, be prepared for the unexpected. God is about to do things in your life that will leave you in awe of His power and goodness. Ephesians 3:20 declares, "Now to Him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to His power that is at work within us." What you are believing for is just the beginning. God has even greater things in store. But with these blessings comes the responsibility to remain faithful and obedient. Do not allow success to lead you away from the principles of faith, integrity, and humility. Stay rooted in God's Word and let His truth guide every decision you make. Surround yourself with people who will encourage your faith and hold you accountable to the calling God has placed on your life. And above all, keep your eyes fixed on Jesus. He is the author and finisher of your faith, and He will lead you into the fullness of His purpose for your life. There will be moments when the enemy tries to derail you with distractions and temptations. But remember that you have the power to resist every attack of the enemy. James 4:7 declares, "Submit yourselves then to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you." When the enemy tries to fill your mind with fear, doubt, or insecurity, counter his lies with the truth of God's Word. Declare that you are more than a conqueror through Christ, and that no weapon formed against you will prosper. Stand firm in your faith, and do not give the enemy a foothold in your life. Stay vigilant and guard your heart and mind against anything that would pull you away from God's presence. As this shift continues to unfold, be intentional about cultivating a heart of gratitude. Gratitude is the key that unlocks joy and contentment in every season, even when things do not go as planned. Choose to thank God for His faithfulness and provision. Philippians 4:6-7 reminds us, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition with thanksgiving present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what God has already provided, and it opens the door for even greater blessings. Take time each day to reflect on God's goodness and faithfulness, and let gratitude shape your perspective. In this season of divine shift, do not be afraid to dream big and step out in faith. God is not limited by your circumstances or your past. He is the God of the impossible. Luke 1:37 declares, "For with God nothing shall be impossible." Whatever dreams and desires He has placed in your heart, trust that He will bring them to pass in His perfect timing. But remember that faith requires action. Do not wait for the perfect conditions. Step out in obedience and trust that God will meet you where you are. Even if the path ahead is unclear, take the next step in faith and believe that God will guide you each step of the way. He is faithful to complete the good work He has begun in you, and He will lead you into a future filled with hope and purpose.